What's poppin', y'all? Fanum of AMP is reacting to this whole Miskif situation, which is a laundry list of accusations that were levied at him, which he did respond to. But we're going to go into one of the funniest things that I didn't even know was possible. Or, no, I knew it was possible, but I didn't even know it was real because this individual has verbalized it multiple times in the past. So I want to play you guys this clip of Fanum reacting to Emiru's accusation, who was the ex-girlfriend of this guy, Mizkif.
I'm gonna guess I waited so long for this, etc. Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him, and like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like everyone knows when there's drops, like it's
they're not funny. It's just I'm thinking. Like, imagine praying me like, yeah, you pulling more views than me? Now I'm finna blow my shit. Like, that's some crazy. Like, it just sound crazy. Like, that was not crazy to y'all? Like, imagine not texting somebody who just got more views than me right now.
Damn, son.
Damn, gang, you got more views than me?
41.
Nah, over my shit. Like, what? Nah, that's crazy, gang. That's insane.
not even real, but
It's my first time hearing it, though, Jack.
He starts messaging me, he's really upset.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like if Fanum was watching this off of stream, he would have burst out. He might have fell out of his chair. I would personally fall. I fell out of my chair when I heard this. I did not think people like this existed. I did not think it was real. Because, just a little bit of backstory. Like, I've paid attention to Miskif. I've seen Miskif since, like, his first days on Twitch, when he was donating to E-Rob, and kind of like, they called it leeching. Like, leeching off of E-Rob to get some motion, and then hopping onto the bandwagon with Ice Poseidon and filming for him, and then he grinded it out. That gave him like probably 15 to 65 viewers consistently, and since after that, like, he really grinded it up. And I saw everything happen in real time, but I never knew if the guy was serious or playing a character. That was the most difficult part about all of it. You're like, yo, is this guy being real? Because he would talk about viewership frequently, and he would admit it in the response video to this accusation, how much he cared about viewership. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am, I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people.
The caption to this clip and tweet was sent out by MoTV, who's a very long-time streamer himself. And he said, "This is the single worst feature any human being can have. If you know someone who has these qualities, please do yourself a favor and remove them from your life." I will agree. Like, Miskif just admitted, because you would always hear Miskif talk about viewership and views and this and that, and you're like, yo, is this guy, like, you couldn't tell if he was playing a character that was satire against, like, that group of streamers, because people do care about viewers, or if he was being serious. Because if you're like, yo, if someone's seriously like this, they wouldn't verbalize it as frequently as he does, or as frequently as he did. But come to find out, no, he was really like that. And this is the worst type of individual to have around. But for Fanum, I think this is so funny because he's the complete opposite. And frankly, I think a lot of people on our side of things, they find it hard to fathom something like this. Because let me just give you a little bit of a comparison, right? So he was upset that Emiru had more viewers during a drops event. So what is a drops event? A drops event is like, let's say a new video game comes out, a new patch comes out, a new expansion comes out, and they want to do a lot of promotion for it. So they may have, they will either have a sponsored stream or like bounties or whatever that all of these streamers will do. So the majority of the streamers, the biggest streamers on the platform, will be playing that game, and drops will be an incentive for players of the game that are not the streamers to watch the streamer. So it's like, oh, you can watch the streamer and then you'll get a drop from, like, depending on how long you watch, it might be random or not. So they'll have very high viewership. Like, for example, when the game Valorant first came out, there were drops enabled, and XQC was playing it, and I think he had several 100,000 people watching him. The point of that is drops viewers are not real viewers. Like, a lot of it is just passive viewers. A lot of it is just people that want to get dropped. So it's not really, it doesn't even really count. And if you think about it, if someone doesn't really watch streamers and there's a drops event, are they going to click on Miskif, and they don't know the people, and this is majority guys, are they going to click on this girl Emiru's stream, or are they going to click on Miskif stream? They're probably going to click on the chick. It's like clickbait, right? Like, if I put a song and it's a chick versus a song, the thumbnail is a Miskif, like, what is somebody more likely to click on? And we know the answer to this. There's a reason why YouTube had to change up everything to stop clickbait from happening. So there's that. So it's not even indicative of their actual viewership on a regular basis. And he had more subscribers than her. But this is also another thing. He put on this girl Emiru. So he blew her up. But like I said, in 2020, 2021, this guy, and he went on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast and talked about how much money he was making. He was saying he was making more than $250,000. He was saying he was making $300,000 to sometimes $400,000 a month. Think about that. You're making $300,000 to $400,000 a month. Realistically, I don't think, if I was making a tenth of that, I don't think I'd be able to feel hell. I don't think I could feel envy for anybody else that's making more. Because it's just like, yo, it is what it is. And this is the thing. He helped her out, but she provided a lot to his stream. He knew having girls on his stream would help him out. And then she just ended up doing well. And she never pushed it in his face or anything. So this is somebody that's obsessed with viewership and puts it onto other people and, like, tries to guilt trip them for having more viewers or less viewers. And Fanum is looking at this, and I'm looking at this, and probably a lot of y'all are looking at this, and you're just like, yo, is this real? And when I mean our side of things, like, let's say more like hip hop side of things, these guys, they're not really listening to rap music. They're not really tapped into hip hop. But like most of AMP is or was, like 2K, right? 2K and hip hop have a tight-knit community. Fanum put on Kai Cenat. He saw Kai Cenat streaming. He saw his YouTube channel. He saw him streaming in the Bronx and said, yo, come out to Atlanta and you can live here. You can stream here at this crib. And I think he gave it to him rent free too. And Kai always thanks Fanum. And is there an ounce of envy of? Have you guys ever sensed an ounce of envy from anybody in AMP that was bigger than Kai? Agent, Fanum, Duke at the time was bigger as a YouTuber. Kai has eclipsed all of them, but he still shows them love. He's not like trying to pretend like he's bigger than them or better than them. Viewership is never even talked about amongst these guys. Maybe like off stream, but if we're talking about on stream, it's never talked about. And it's never used as a flexing point. So they're looking at it like, dog, we got it out the mud. We're happy to be doing what we want to do and what we love to do every single day. And Fanum doesn't even make it like, yo, I made you. Because he's not that type of person. It's like a Rick Ross, right? Like a Rick Ross brings on Meek Mill. Meek Mill, damn, now that I think about it, Meek Mill at a point was bigger than Rick Ross. I don't know about now. But was Rick Ross upset? Hell no. Was Ye upset that Travis Scott was bigger than him? Hell no. Like, I think Ye feels like there's a level of indebtedness that someone should have to him that he helped put on in terms of like, hey, if I need your help, like, help me out. But he's not like, yo, I'm mad that this guy gets more listeners than me. No, it's like my lineage. But this guy is a weirdo. And it's not just that he's a weirdo. This is such a dangerous personality trait because you don't notice it in people until you get the opportunity to. Like, someone will be happy for you to have an accomplishment, but once you accomplish something that's above them, then they'll be like, oh, okay, nice. And you'll be like, wait, what do you mean, like, nice? Like, they're not happy anymore. You could tell just by the vibe shift. And that's how this dude Mizkif was, which is probably why he didn't have, well, I'm going to compile all of that into another video, why absolutely nobody's defending this guy, even though there were several things that he's getting accused of that are so outrageous that he for sure didn't do. But when you're treating people like this, like they're disposable, like for instance, when he blew up, anybody that was smaller than him that he didn't have control over, that was bigger than him in the past, he wouldn't even affiliate with. And if he affiliated with them, it would be on stream and it would be chicks, because he knew that a random girl, if she was found to be attractive by the audience, is worth is a huge viewership spike. He even said it in an interview that he did. So it could be a random girl, but he's not going to let some random dude on a stream. And the way that he looked at the world, I think he perceived that paranoia on everybody else. When a lot of these streamers, they all care about their viewership, but I don't think that they're mad at someone that's a friend of theirs. Like, keep in mind, this guy was dating this girl, and he was mad that she got more viewers than him. Bro, what? And it was in a drops event. So it wasn't even like she had more subscribers or more supporters or anything like that. Like, if someone is that close to you and you chose for them to be that close to you, and you can't even be happy for their success because they're, quote, bigger than you, then you've got severe problems. And I think this guy was always like, this is what you call an actual authentic hater. And the problem is, no amount of success could stop him from being a hater, because even when he's at the top and everyone else is above him, he's constantly looking at it like, oh, I have to make sure that these people don't get up to my level. So the hating never ends, even if he's at the top. Well, yeah, I'm so glad I don't know anybody like this. Let me know in the comments, do you have a story of somebody like this where the story in particular is that person is happy for other people's success until the moment that they are surpassed, or that they feel like that person achieved something that they didn't want for them? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you on the next one.